Vulnerability, weakness, or strength? It comes down to perception. Also, how do you leverage it or how do you not leverage it? It all depends on how you determine what it is in your head. But I'm going to break down what it really is and to help empower you in optimizing your vulnerability, because it can be used as a great tool to inspire others, to elevate your own value, and to inspire and build strong human relationships, strong connections. So vulnerability is a weakness when we express a weakness that now we fear the weakness. We haven't overcome the weakness. We are afraid, insecure about this level of vulnerability. So we share it with a level of timid, submissive energy. Then it's a weakness. Or if we dump something on somebody else, then it's a weakness because we're sharing and reaching out in the hope of receiving some form of support, some form of encouragement. We're sharing to receive something back to empower us. I need help. Here's my weakness. I'm so fragile. I'm so sensitive. Help me. And we dump. Then it is a weakness. So how do we turn vulnerability into not just a power, but a superpower? Here's how. When you have a vulnerable situation that is perceived as a weakness, but you own the weakness with confidence, you make it yours. I'll take a fighter, for example, an athlete. Every pro athlete, let's take Roger Federer. One could argue that Roger Federer's backhand was his vulnerability. But he worked on his backhand, and he would sometimes dare the opponent, go to my backhand, I dare you. He's leveraging what is a perceived weakness now as his strength. I dare you. And now I'm going to dominate the way you're going to play because I'm going to leave my backhand a little bit open, making it now my strength. And that's why you've got to own it and make it yours with confidence, because it will be used against you. It will be leveraged as a tool to manipulate you, to make you feel lesser than, to make you feel small, to make you feel weak and insignificant. Share it to elevate, inspire, and empower others. Then vulnerability becomes a superpower because of how it can now be harnessed, leveraged, used, implemented. But for the most part, our vulnerability is shared as a dump on somebody else. We share a story, we share a sob story, we play victim. If there is any level of shame or guilt associated with your moment of vulnerability, you have set yourself up for failure. Eliminate the shame, eliminate the guilt. This is your story. Own it with dignity, pride, honor, self-confidence. Vulnerability is a weakness when you are still in victim mode. Get out of victim mode. Get into empowerment mode. Yes, once upon a time, I fell flat on my face. And here's what I learned. The vulnerability is I fell flat on my face, but because you own it, you overcame it, you learn from it, you've grown as a result. Now you falling flat on your face has now become a superpower, because now you have wisdom based on that moment of failure, perceived failure, on that moment of weakness. Yeah, I hear you fell off flat on your face. Yes, I did. And here's what I learned. And look where it got me now. Look at me now. That's owning your story, your vulnerability with confidence. They cannot touch or harm you as a result. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable, because here's the other aspect of where it's a beautiful strength. In sharing vulnerability, again, confident vulnerability, it allows somebody else to open up. It allows two human souls and two human hearts to relate, to feel confident that, oh, I can also share part of my journey. Now we've both opened up to each other. We've strengthened the bond. And that is really a beautiful, beautiful thing. So now how you leverage vulnerability is up to you. But if you do it correctly, it is your superpower. My name is Vital Germain. I'm a 7-time author, life coach, and keynote speaker.